Hello, this is Night Sky Jeff. I'm going to be looking at another video that Kyle Adams has posted to his channel. This is an English translation of a video by Oliver Ibanez. He runs a Spanish-speaking Flat Earth YouTube channel. This is about whether or not the moon causes total solar eclipses. So let's listen to what Kyle has to say and consider his analysis of some video material.
Another thing they say is that the solar eclipse occurs when the moon stands between the Earth and the Sun, the moon covering the exact circumference of the Sun. This already improbable scenario is refuted by recordings where it can be seen that it is not the moon covering the Sun during an eclipse, showing us the moon does not cause the solar eclipse. On March 20th of 2015, a total eclipse of the Sun took place, and the Travel Quest International Company organized a flight of 50 people to observe this phenomenon from the North Atlantic.
So this is the March 20th, 2015 total solar eclipse. To give you an idea of what this plane did and where the eclipse was occurring, I can show you two videos. So this is the path of the eclipse, and this is the flight track for the Air Berlin Flight 1000, the eclipse flight. It took off from Berlin, goes over the North Sea, you can see the track that it takes here. So that's the path that this flight took. Now this was not the only eclipse flight on this date. There was another one, a Russian flight that took off from Murmansk, and it flew up here to be in the eclipse. But let's go back to Kyle's video, which again is an English translation of a Spanish video.
This is where the subject gets interesting. Several passengers filmed the totality of the eclipse, and the recordings show black orbs without light around the Sun.
Now he says several people filmed the eclipse. We're going to look at multiple videos from this same flight, and we're going to look into this theory of the black orbs.
And one of these orbs was covering the Sun at the moment of the eclipse.
So these three are the black orbs he's referring to, not these marks which might actually be physically on the window. He goes into that. He goes into comparing the orbs here with the marks on the window.
The possibility of these orbs being stains on the window of the plane is ruled out when we analyze the images and apply these green and red lines. And we see that the orbs move in relation to the Sun, while the spots in the airplane window do not move at all. So they are clearly two objects in a different space. The orbs are in the sky.
I'd like to point out that while these four marks are consistently spaced, if you watch carefully, these orbs do not all move in unison. They are not like the stars of the Big Dipper that always have the same alignment no matter how you are looking at them. You'll see that they twitch slightly. I'm going to go back a couple frames so you can see.
Orbs move in relation to the Sun, while the spots in the airplane window do not move at all. So they are clearly two objects in a different space. The orbs are in the sky next to the Sun, so they all move together, in contrast to the spots inside the plane on the window.
So if you're watching, you can see that they are changing the spacing in between them very slightly as the plane moves. The camera appears to be pretty well stationary with regard to the plane itself. Now, it should be noted that these black orbs are merely artifacts of viewing the sun through the multi-paned airplane glass. We can see that each of these orbs has the same light pattern, and this light pattern is a filtered version of what the sun looks like at this very moment, with the moon obscuring it. So for example, as the eclipse is starting to occur, is starting to reach totality, you can see that each of these orbs has their leftmost edge illuminated, which is exactly the same as the sun. And as the eclipse ends, okay, that's the eclipse beginning again. And then as the eclipse ends, you see their right-hand side is illuminated. Now, if these black orbs were in space or in the proximity of the sun, we would expect these black orbs to be lit, these ones at least, to be lit from the top down, because they appear to be under, or somehow under the sun. But that's not the case. They're all matching the light pattern of the eclipsed sun.
Curiously, the television networks that broadcasted these images showed edited recordings. They edited the black orbs out of the original recording.
That is an interesting claim. Let's go back and forth and look at these two videos. Do you see any difference between this footage and this footage? What strikes me is the shape of the wingtip here. See the wingtip? Let's go here. See the wingtip? I suspect that these are in fact different planes. So I do not agree with the claim that this footage has been edited. Neither Oliver nor Kyle produced sources for these videos. I can't find this. This is from le 19, right? 19th? Le 19 45, the 1945, or the 7:45 p.m. It's a French news program on M6. But I can't find this video online anywhere. At least not with the 1945 watermark on it. But anyway, so I disagree with the claim that Kyle is making, or rather that Oliver is making, and that Kyle is agreeing with by, having this video on his channel. So again, this is the flight path. Here is one video from this flight. This is flight AB 1000. So watch this video. This is the video that Oliver uses in his video. You can see the orbs appearing here. And you'll note that, again, as I said, the camera is stationary with respect to the plane, or at least with respect to the window here. Okay. So I want you to pay attention then to this pattern on the clouds here. Okay, I'm going to show you another video. This purports to be from the same flight, flight AB 1000. Oh, wait. But if this is flight AB 1000, why are there 3 orbs up above the sun and 1 to its right, when over here there were just 3 orbs below the sun? What's the explanation there? So again, let's go forward to the cloud. The cloud's right there. Okay. This time lapse. There we go. Okay. So I think we can agree, I think it is reasonable to state that based not only on the appearance of the wingtip and the engine, but also the shadows on the clouds right here, I think we can be pretty sure that these two videos are from the same flight. This is also a video from Flight 1000. Watch the orbs. Again, we have 3 above and 1 to the side. Okay. And once again, we have that same shadow on the clouds. So again, I am very confident that these 3 videos are truly from the same flight, in the same place, the same day. Now, like I said, this was not the only eclipse flight. There was one from Russia, and you can watch this video. This is the same eclipse, but taken from a different location. Oh, we have orbs. We have orbs. We have lots of orbs, and they are moving a bit around the moon. Around the sun. Well, around the sun and the moon. So yeah, so that's another video. Here's an Alaska Airlines video, a different eclipse. I'm not sure what eclipse this is. Oh, here we go. March 8th, 2016.
Got corona, there it is.
The audio on this, this guy is thrilled to watch this eclipse.
Diamond Valley's beads, diamond ring. Look at that. Corona, totality. Oh
Look
my
at all
God.
these orbs.
Look at that. Totality. Oh my God, look at those streams.
Look at those orbs, and those orbs change their orientation around the sun based on the orientation of the camera. Once again, making it very likely that you are seeing artifacts of seeing the eclipse through the multi-layered glass. So let's go to the last video I want to share with you, which happens to be the video that Oliver claims is the edited video of this eclipse. This claims to be from the 2017 August solar eclipse, the eclipse that I went down to South Carolina to watch, the first total eclipse I'd ever observed. This time lapse, only 15 seconds. This is certainly the video.
Edited recordings. They edited the black orbs out of the original recording. The existence of these...
That is definitely the same video that Oliver uses, and which he claims is edited footage of the Air Berlin flight. Now, I think this is incorrect based on the clouds that we see before, during, and after the eclipse. Also on the wingtip. We do not see the same shadow on the surface of the clouds here. So, all of this is to say, Kyle Adams or Oliver Ibanez appeared to have cherry-picked their data. They latched onto this black orbs concept using one video where the black orbs don't appear to move a lot, and have not done the research. They've been critical, but they haven't thought critically. They didn't try to find other footage of the eclipse, footage of other eclipses, and see whether these black orbs really are stationary in the sky with respect to the sun, or if they could just possibly be artifacts from watching an eclipse through multiple panes of glass. There's a reason why people standing on the surface of the Earth just watching these eclipses don't see these black orbs. It's not because they're not 35,000 feet up. It's because these black orbs don't really exist. So sorry, Kyle. I think you'll have to try a little harder. This has been Night Sky Jeff. Remember, keep looking up.